We are going to play Congolese rumba. I know some of you guys, you know the song very well, or you know the meaning of the rumba. Aye. We have to respect the time as well.
Thank you for respecting the time. Please, let's give them a warm round of applause. Now, more announcements. Please drink water. Hey, who's playing? Hey, stop that. Please buy the raffle ticket if you're a local resident. And it's free. I'm used to buying things. It's a free raffle ticket. I've never had a free raffle ticket. Please, if you're local here, get the free raffle ticket. Also, the next act that is coming up soon, the African Warriors. If you ever watch Australia Got Talent, they are coming up soon. Just be patient, and we have more announcements to give to you.
Okay, before the Sudanese wrestlers come up to show us some wrestling skills, can we please acknowledge in our presence, we've got with us the Mayor of Sterling, Minister Mac Ewing, and also Minister Paul Poplar and his wife. Can we please give them a hand of applause? Also, we've got with us the Mayor of Wanneroo, Honorable. Alright, we've got with us also the Mayor of Wanneroo, Tracy Roberts. Can we please give a hand? Fire! Thank you. Now we have the wrestlers from Sudanese coming up.
Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back question. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah. I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really on the gold fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I gotta eat it within my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark week. Time to go up, come on. Deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. My girl, she wanna see home. See so many you won't believe it now. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing the song and it goes like, raise those hands. This is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. This is the moment, tonight
Changanyaga sasa changanyaga, changanyaga bagana umwa. Burugaga sasa burugaga, burugaga bagana liyaga. Changanyaga sasa changanyaga, changanyaga bagana umwa. Burugaga mimi burugaga, burugaga bagana liyaga. Neno lako ni la ajabu, kama wewe sijamwona, wengine washindwa, ila wewe walala. Neno lako ni la ajabu, kama wewe sijamwona, wengine washindwa, ila wewe walala.
If I said Jambo, you say Africa. Jambo! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, where I came from, police are not really your friends. But in this country, it seems you can ask a police for direction. Excuse me, I'm going to George Street. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the police band in our midst, and they're about to give you some classical stuff. Are you ready now? Are you ready now? Over in America, you know what police can do to you. They're also your friends. But over here in Australia, police are really your friends. Except when you pass the speed light and camera catch you. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the police. Energy!
Well, good evening, Jambo. How are we? Oh, you can do better than that. Good evening, Jambo. Who wants to see some bagpipes and drums? 5 people. On a crowd of about 1 million people out there, only 5 want to see the police pipe band, is that right? You want to see some bagpipes and drums? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sergeant Ian Stewart, I'm the officer in charge, and I'll hand you over to the Pipe Major James Murray, and hopefully you'll enjoy the show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just explaining what was going on stage here and why I'm now holding a set of bagpipes. What happens is when the bagpipes start playing, the pitch on the bagpipes changes, so the pipe major and the pipe sergeant have got to go back round. See that little back box he was carrying around? It's not a breathalyzer. He wasn't checking the bagpipers had all not been drinking today. It was actually checking the tone. So we just do that just to make sure the bagpipes are sounding good. Right, I'm going to welcome to the stage now some dancers from the Scottish Highland Dance Academy. Oh, we got a woo. Hey, one woo. Hey, woo woo. That's better. Right, here we have Victoria and we have Abby who are going to do a special dance for you today, and I hope you enjoy the show. Big round of applause for the girls, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, if you are interested in learning how to do Scottish Highland dance, it's the Scottish Highland Dance Academy, Kerry Grosser, and they're always looking for dancers. So, alright, are you enjoying yourself so far? You all got sunblock on and drinking lots of water, hopefully everything's going well. Who wants to see the drummers do their thing? What do you think, Mr. Gary? Do you think that was incentive enough to come out here, middle of the stage, and do your thing? We'll try again. Who wants to see the drummers do the thing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll bring you on to Mr. Gary Potter, Mr. Danny Bowles, and behind the big bass drum there, Constable Ian Hamilton. Big round of applause for the drummers, ladies and gentlemen. It's very warm up here, drying the hands. And once I get the nod, we're ready to go.
of applause to the drummers, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, now that the pipers have had their breath, just want to double check, who knows the police and emergency telephone number? Who knows? Who can tell me? I hear one person. 000. So if you ever need emergency help, make sure you contact number. Alright. You want to hear some more bagpipes and drums? Oh, is that it, ladies and gentlemen? Is that it? Is that right? Alright, we'll hear some bagpipes and drums, but we'll welcome the dancers back onto the stage now. Big round of applause for the dancers, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very special dance called the Chartreuse, and we'll hand you over to Piper, Mr. Neil Walker, who will play the pipes. Big round of applause for the dancers, ladies and gentlemen. You may see them later on. Right, who knows the tune Amazing Grace? And I'll tell you a little bit of a story of this one. The band have played this for many years, and in 1997 we went to the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, and we did a little bit of collaboration with the Trinidad and Tobago Steel Drum Band. And we came up with this version of Amazing Grace. We're going to play the traditional version first of all, and then we're going to play our very special Calypso version, which I hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, the West Australia Police Pipe Band. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You enjoy that? It's a little bit different, isn't it? Glad you enjoyed it. Well, that does conclude our show for today. Really thank the Jambo Festival organisers for inviting the band along. We will be hanging around just at the side stage here, so if you want to come and try the drums and have a go, feel free to come and get some free stickers from the band. Would you like one more song? Two more songs? One more? Right, that's the call for us to go off stage, so we'll bring on the dancers for one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Western Trio Police Pipe Band. Thank you for inviting us along today. My name is Sergeant Ian Stewart. That's our pipe major, Mr. James Murray, and our leading drummer, Mr. Gary Potter. We'll leave you with Waltzing Matilda and Scotland the Brave. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
To the kind of police we have in Africa.
You know, in Africa, when you see the police, you start to move your legs and start running. But here, we realize that the police are our friends, so let's be encouraged to, be free to join the police force, unless you do something which is bad, and then if they're coming after you, my brother, my sister, you better run. Okay.
Also, there's the commissioner of the police.
Yes, we would like to acknowledge the commissioner of police. He's in our presence here with us. Mr. Chris Dobson. Let's give a hand of applause to him. Also, we've also got some local minister assemblies here with us. We've got with us Mr. Tony Christovic. Where are you? If you're in the crowd somewhere? Yes, there he is. We've also got Janine Freeman. Yeah, somewhere? Cool. We've also got with us the minister Amber Jade Sanderson. Thank you for gracing our presence here today. It's Jambo Africa. Jambo! That's how we do it. All right, a little bit of housekeeping again for those who just got here. I know a lot of you have been eating and drinking a lot of water. Is that the case? Have you been drinking water? Yeah, I know. We need to keep hydrated. We've got the toilets at the back of Boost van. If you want to use the toilets. We've also got some over there at the back of the stage if you want to use them. Quick announcement before we move on. We've got 3 cars parked in the parking lot which are not properly parked and obstructing traffic. If you know your car has the radio, please open your ears. Some of you don't know your car radio numbers, but yeah. We've got 1CWV655. We've got 1CDN633. It's an Audi. And we've got 1EB1904. It's a Ford. So if you know those are your cars, can you please kindly move them so people can move in and out? Thank you. All right, are we ready for the next performance? Oh, I can hear you. Are you ready for the next performance? There we go.
Are you ready? Before we call on the next performance, we want to call on the president of the OSC. He's a very gentle guy. He's well fit. He's well, he likes the community. He loves the community. I mean, seeing this is a dream come true in Australia. And we want to welcome our president from OSC. His name is
Mr. Joe Twazama. Let's give it up for the president.
A round of applause for this man.
Thank you very much, DJ. Thank you to the WA Police for that amazing grace. As a true believer, that song takes me way back to where I grew up from. Amazing grace. I want to also say thank you to the guys that did the welcome to country here today. And I want to pay my respect to their elders past and present, the Noongar people on whose land we are meeting today. I want to say thank you to them. I want to also acknowledge our sponsors that have made this day possible. The City of Sterling, thank you for your support. Thank you for providing us this venue, and thank you also for your financial resources that you gave us. And the Mayor of Sterling is here. Thank you, Mark and his team at Sterling. I want to say thank you to the Healthway. They have been one of our sponsors since we started Jambo Africa. Thank you, Healthway, and thank you to our biggest sponsor, the Lottery West. They have always sponsored the Jambo Africa, and this is an evidence that the event is growing every year. I want to say thank you to the Office of Multicultural Interest that have also sponsored this event, and I'm humbled today to have their minister here. Minister Paul Papalia is here with his beautiful wife, who was born in Kenya. So, Kenyans, are you here today? And thank you to the African community in WA. Thank you to my management committee. Thank you to my volunteers. Thank you everybody that have contributed to this event. And thank you to our performers. Today is a special day for us, the African community in WA. Where I come from and where you come from in Africa, you know that the drum is our heartbeat. And the music holds us together. And that's why every time when we meet like this, we celebrate in harmony, in peace, and unity. And I want to say thank you for coming and continuing to behave well, because they send the message across that Africans, we are not just a gang. See how many gangs I got here today who are well behaved. Put your hands together for yourself. You are not gang, you are good citizens. Today, we are honored to celebrate Jambo Africa for the 5th time. And the event has grown from strength to strength. It has grown because of you. And what impresses me today is that we got the police band being played here. And the story out there in the eastern states is not what we got in WA. And it's an honor to have the police commissioner himself here, Mr. Chris Dawson, and his beautiful wife. Thank you for coming. The African community here constitutes a very huge percentage of the city of Sterling and city of Wanneroo populations. And we have a beautiful mayor in city of Wanneroo who is a diehard supporter to this African community. And she's with us everywhere we go. And I want to welcome Tracy Robert. Tracy, thanks for coming. We got our friend who's been with us a long time, Janine Freeman.
Are you here today? She's a newcomer from Mirabuka. And today we got Amber J, who is the newcomer from Mali. She has come to visit us today. Amber, welcome to Africa. If you are here, please wave to us. And we also got the labor member for this area where we live. A young man, he did my citizenship ceremony when he was a councillor, but he doesn't even remember. David Maka, are you there? And next there is the lady who is running to become the federal member for City of Sterling. Is Natalie, is it? Melissa. Melissa, are you here? Thank you, Melissa. And all critical reserve and observe and respect her. We got Honorable Martin Preacher, all the councillors around here. My good old friend Johnny Emmanuel Smith, the man in blue, and the beautiful woman in blue just close to him, Kate. Thank you for coming. And my co-chair, Ibrahim Lafti, and all the councillors here from City of Sterling, thank you for coming. And my beautiful vice presidents, Dr. Caspi Nyanga and Elizabeth Long, thank you, and all OAC executive. Before I take your time, I want to welcome on stage a gentleman who will welcome us to his city. We are in the city of Sterling, and I would like to invite the mayor of Sterling, Mr. Mark Owen, and I would like to ask two of the beautiful African ladies here to walk the mayor up. And can you please give a big hand of applause to Mark, please? So, Mr. Mark Owen has just been elected as the mayor of Sterling. I think he's been here for 1 year, and we have worked with him very well. He's very supportive of the African community, and we want to give him the opportunity to welcome us and make a short remark to us. So while the mayor comes, can I get music for him, please?
Thanks so much for that wonderful welcome, Joe. And look at this amazing crowd. Look, I think it's really important that I have Mayor from Wanneroo, Tracy Roberts, up here. As Joe has said, she's been a champion for multicultural interests throughout her local government and also the African community. And I think between both of our local governments, we've got almost 500,000 people as we both grow, but we're both one of the most multicultural local government authorities in Western Australia. And the thing that's so important is the way we work with all levels of government, and I think it's really important we stand together and show you that we work closely together to ensure the best outcome for all African communities.
Indeed we do, Mark, and look at the Sterling City Gardens, the vibrancy, they're just a celebration. It's fantastic. You must be so incredibly proud. Mayor Mark Owen is also a very big supporter of multiculturalism, and as he has said, over 500,000 people in the city of Wanneroo and also the city of Sterling. Over 41% of City of Wanneroo residents are born overseas. And I had to say, when we saw the police pipe ban, I actually thought about the Commissioner of Police and how incredibly proud that you must have seen. The last time I saw the police band was at the Paul McCartney concert, and they made international headlines right around the world. But here we are today celebrating Jambo. How fantastic! And just looking out to the crowd, the happiness and the celebration is fantastic.
Thanks, Tracy. Can I now just welcome all of the special guests? I won't name them again. I know Joe's been through them, but we've got just about every member of Parliament from Western Australia here. And I think that really shows the massive support that the African community has in all levels of government. Can I also acknowledge the councillors? I do know some of them are here, and I'll name the ones I have seen, but I've got Councillor Perkoff, Councillor Italiano, Councillor Ree and Councillor Spagnolo. There might be some other councillors, but again, I think having all those councillors here shows the value the City of Sterling places on African communities. Can I also just start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and pay my respects to elders past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, all these levels of government work together to fund events like this and put them on, but without the work of the OEC, the work they do to make the AEC, to make sure that they do a wonderful job. Joe and his team are well known throughout all of our communities for the amazing job they do in getting the community together and putting these sort of events on. The City of Sterling is also really proud to have other programs that we run, and a lot of them focus on cultural inclusion and focus on the diversity throughout the City of Stirling. And one of those that we're really proud of at the moment is something called Kaleidoscope, and it runs mentoring programs to ensure that all people with skills have the ability and equal opportunities to gain employment and good training throughout the city.
And you know, there's something about being at Jambo and standing on the stage and you want to just keep the groove, the African groove. It's really difficult to keep still. And I would like to do a big shout out for Joe Tazama, the president of the Organisation of African Communities, who actually everything is from the heart. His passion, his dedication and his determination for the African communities to enjoy where they live, to feel safe, to feel supported. And also to Dr. Cassidy Hughes, who I was so incredibly proud on Australia Day to present to her the City of Wanneroo Australia Day Award. So a big round of applause once more please for Dr. Cassidy Hughes, Vice President of the Organisation of African Communities. And just a few weeks ago, I was very humbled to be invited to the Librarian Association and to see BOA actually voted in as the chairwoman of the Librarian Association. To BOA, congratulations again. Women in leadership and who are walking the talk, who are supporting Joe and his team at the Girraween Hub is the base of the Organisation of African Communities, a place where a lot of things are happening, a lot of support, a lot of strategic development, all for our communities to make sure that they have a voice within our city and our state. And I know the Minister, Paul Papalia, once again a very strong supporter that walks every step of the way with our communities.
Cultural diversity right throughout our cities is what gives us the strength. It makes us stronger as a community, and I thank all of you for being a massive part of that. The City of Stirling has a cultural development fund that helps fund events like these, and we're very proud to be able to support Joe and his team to be able to put on this event, along with the state government and the Office of Multicultural Interests and the other sponsors. So again, on behalf of both of us, thank you everyone for being here and supporting the work that the organisers have done in getting everyone together. I hope you have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, and always remember, look back with pride, look forward with confidence. Thank you.
The office is in Girraween, which is in the city of Wanneroo, and is given to us free by the city of Wanneroo and also sponsored by the Office of Multicultural Interest. And I can see one of my special guests way there doing photo, Honorable Tim Clifford. Welcome. At this time, I would like to welcome a gentleman that I call a genuine politician. I am a genuine community leader. I do it because I got passion for it. And when I see a man in politics who, when he says to me, I will do this, he does it. I believe and respect him. And it's a great honor to have my dear friend, Minister Paul Papalia here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Minister.
Hey, Jambo! You see me dancing down there? I think I'm the Theresa May of Western Australian politics. I don't share any political views, but I share a lot of dancing DNA. I just want to, at the outset, join Joe and Mark and Tracy in acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land that we're meeting on, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. Pay my respects to the elders past and present. I'd like to acknowledge all of the distinguished guests, the numerous members of Parliament, in particular Tony Kristicevic, the Shadow Minister for Citizenship and Multicultural Interests, and all of my colleagues from the Labor Party over there. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to represent the State Government of Western Australia to acknowledge the wonderful contribution that Western Australians from Africa make to our state. African Western Australians every single day are contributing in a really positive way, helping our state grow richer and stronger, and you enrich our society with your culture, with your music, your song and your food. And I thank you for that on behalf of Mark McGowan, the Premier, and everyone in the Western Australian Government. I'd like to also formally thank Joe Tuazama and the Organisation of African Communities. We are working together. We are growing the leadership in the Western Australian African community so that you will be providing leadership to the entire community in the future. We thank you for your contribution, all of you and your committee. Have a great day. And can I say, if I get this wrong, you know what I mean. Asante Sana. Thank you.
Put your hands together for the minister. I will also welcome my good friend, a gentleman that I have known for a very long time. I think I will crown him one day as an African because he's always ever present. And he's a nice gentleman. He's the Charlotte Minister for Multicultural Interests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Tony Christopher.
Can I say how fantastic it is to be here today, Jambo 2019, to celebrate and to appreciate, enjoy your culture, your community and your friendship. Can I firstly start by also acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and their elders past and present. Can I acknowledge Joe Tuazama, amazing man, an amazing president and an amazing organisation of African communities. And when I look over to my right over there and I see all of the flags of Africa over there and I see you united and I see you working together as a community, as one, I'm inspired by that. Because here in Western Australia, we are many but we are one. We are working for each other, we're working to make a strong country and we're working to make a future for ourselves and our children. And I know how difficult it has been for many of you to make that journey and that decision to come to live here in Western Australia. But can I thank you for choosing Western Australia, for coming here to share your skills and your ambitions and your aspirations, because together we can achieve so much. And I know we're here to support each other. And to my parliamentary colleagues, the Minister, who is a great supporter, obviously Paul Papalia, and to all of the other members of Parliament, and to Tracy and to Mark Irwin from the City of Stirling and the City of Wanneroo. It's an amazing job that they do. And of course, it's always a pleasure to see the Police Commissioner, Chris Dawson, here. And you know, for myself, I look forward to this event every year. I look forward to many, obviously, events within the African community, and anything that I can do as a State Member of Parliament, as the Shadow Minister for Multicultural Interests, I'm here to help. My door is always open, and you know, that's what we're here for, our elected officials. We're here because we're here to help the people of Western Australia, and that's each and every one of you. So congratulations. May Jambo 2018 be an amazing event for you, becoming bigger, better and stronger. And congratulations again. Thank you very much.
Now, before I call the police minister, we will call the wrestler, the South Sudanese wrestler. But before they come out to entertain the audience, I would like for us to dress a bit and get the younger ones under control. They are going to turn the place into fire. And because of that, we want you to come back a bit and control the little ones. Mr. Cameraman, please dress back a bit. Can you guys hold the younger ones, please?
You can join them if you want.
very much. Thank you. Thank you. Put your hands together for the South Sudanese. And
baby, I go give it to you, give it to you. Oh boy, you don't need me. Hi everybody! Hey! You feel like dancing? You can join us, okay? Come for it! Come for it! On va tous bloquer! J'ai deux questions, ah oui, non, non, Mumbai. Pour un faux dossier, monter à Benzelo. Si y avait pas mettre tout dans le soukawatio, grand frère Okuda, Christophe et Fonso. Change way, waka waka, yeli sousou. Modibo soirée, Adama Koité. Tomate kwate. Tomate kwate.
Energy.
Tomate kwate. Tomate kwate. Tomate kwate.
Baby, I go give it to you, give it to you. Oh boy, you don't need me.
Hi everybody! Abamako.
You feel like dancing? You can join us, okay? Come for it! Come for it!
On va tous bloquer. J'ai des séquestrés, ah oui, non, non, Mumbai. Pour un faux dossier, monter à 2 zéros. Si y'a même pas mettre tout dans le soukawatio. Grand frère Okuda, Christophe et Fonso. Change way, waka waka, yeli sousou. Maudit beau soirée, Adama Koité.
fashion parade. Say yes. Are you ready for some fashion parade? I can't hear you. Fashion parade. Somebody wants to. So this is the parade of the country.
From the west of Africa, representing Liberia, we have Pressure. Please give up for her.
Yeah, yeah, you are my African queen. Ooh, Lord, just like the sun lights up the earth.
Ghana representing Gertrude.
The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. And just yesterday, you came around my way. You changed my whole serenity with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you couldn't make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural.
From the east of Africa, we have Sarah representing Burundi.
I love you just the way you are. You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been.
Heli representing South Sudan.
You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. Yeah, you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty.
Chico representing Kenya.
Out of a million, you stand as one, we are standing one. Looking to
From the southern Africa, we have Liz representing Malawi.
Now every day I want you more. I cannot deny this feeling I'm feeling inside. Hey, no one cannot take your place, you cannot take your space, and it's a fact I cannot erase. And no, you are
Helena representing South Africa.
like a Pokemon. You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. Take me where you make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling. You are my African queen.
From the north of Africa, we have Samaria representing Tunisia.
And that is the African beauty. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you are my.
From Central Africa, we have Ayaka representing the Republic of Congo.
See, I know what I'm feeling in my heart and my soul. Oh, I know that it is your love, and I know that this.
Ozzy, Ozzy! Ozzy, Ozzy! And from Australia, we have Soca. From west of Africa, we have Kishi representing Nigeria.
When a good girl gone bad, what you gonna do? Run, go meet a dad. You don't wanna do. Well, this is all this all. What the ranking, what best? Watch this. Love confession.
Give it up, Kishi from Nigeria.
Still in Africa. I wanna take her. She's out there.
Good things take time.
Steaming up.
Kishi representing Nigeria. proudly sponsored by the beautifiers. And as you can see, beautifier is the one who dressed these beautiful ladies up. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, more energy. Are you happy? Are you happy? Now I'm going to call on the Ellen Dance establishment again. Are you ready? Who shouted that? Are you okay? Are you okay? Young shy? Is anything the problem? Now we're going to call on the Ellen Dance establishment.